So today's card is write about your thoughts and feelings. And I'm going to be cutting down these videos for the time being because I've got a lot on. But also, it's about when certain messages want to come through. So when I see this, write about your thoughts and feelings, it can have several different reasons. It can be that I need to start to document something that's coming in, something exciting, or just to note what's going on so that I can use it for another workshop, or 101 reasons. But when this comes up, I need to start writing. I need to start doing something about the writing. So let's see what they've decided this is about. Yes, there are going to be certain events happening over the next Earth time, we would say months, but our time, a blink of an eye, that are going to cement your understanding of the beings that are called galactics. It will start to show that you need to branch out further with these beings, that you need to start to investigate what is really going on with them, because so many stories have been widespread about how they are bringing down humanity. So what we want you to do is to start to see how certain beings make you feel in your heart. See how the messages from these beings that have been put up by others make you feel. Because what we would say is that, as with all beings, if they're working for the light, though the message may start off as a warning, by the time the message is finished, it is an uplifting information message so that you can do something with what you are being faced with. And this is what we ask you to do with these galactic energies, because what you must understand is that many beings who are visiting this earth, as well as who have decided to become residents of this earth, have been working diligently to help to raise the vibration of this planet. As always, there are those who do not, but there are those in humanity as well, that once something is looking wonderful and is looking uplifting, that because they are not happy with themselves or that they need to hold on to power, that they then decide that they will interfere in one way or another to bring that energy down. And this is when we say, do not give up. Do not allow these energies to overpower you and make you feel that you are a failure. Because many pathfinders, many beings who are helping at this moment in time have been where you are, looking at the information, wondering what next. Some beings have been incarnated as human to ensure that this process is being helped as well, so that you can see who, we won't use good guys and bad guys because that is so third dimensional, but what energies are helping with the ascension into the fifth dimension and which beings are trying to hold it back because they do not want to lose their positions, their power, and what they are used to. Because often when beings do not wish to move or shift into a higher vibration, it's because I'm used to this, thank you very much. Why do you want me to change? And this is going to be one of the biggest lessons that you will learn. You are excited, you want to move on, you want to meet these new beings, you want to meet the beings who have been here for a very long time and find out, well, what have you been doing? How are you helping us? What are you going to do to help us to become more than what we already are? And are we doing enough? Aren't we doing enough already? Why is it that we need to work with you? And so on and so forth. And these beings are stepping forward in one way or another to help you. Some you may already recognize are channeling subjects. Others are beings who will, to give you a better term, on some level show you physically who and what they are. Those of you are ready, it will happen and you will be exalted when you meet these beings. Those of you who are frightened, it will only be an energetic meeting. And this is where we must ask you to be strong, because for so long, so many beings have been trying to frighten humanity into not taking the next step, trying to stop you from becoming more than you already are. You are far more than you could possibly comprehend. And this is why you must let go of the beings who are controlling you and move into your sovereignty. Move into the sovereignty energy. And this is why we ask you to start to write things down, document things. How were things happening before certain events happened? What happened when certain events happened? And after? What happened after these events happened? And this is why we ask you to document, to write, to discuss. But we also ask you not to be drawn into the low level energies, the good guys and the bad guys. We are under threat. We are in a spiritual war. What you must understand is that this world is changing, and that as this world changes, certain things need to happen so that the old energy is let go and the new energy comes in. And if you are looking at it from a certain level, and there are many people sending this message out, is that if you look at this message and you go, that's not the case, because you are not looking at it at a high enough vibration. You are looking at it as the man on the ground in the 3D world, or the woman, but instead you should be looking at it from your higher self perspective, your 5D and beyond vibration, to see how the world is changing. What has the events so far caused to happen? Who has been removed from power so that the world can move forward? Who has been moved into power so the world can move forward? And who is left to be moved from power so that the world can move forward? There will always be events where humanity will feel that they are being attacked or threatened because you are still working in your 3D capacity, your ego self. As you let go of your ego self and start to move into the higher vibrational being that you are, you will notice that it is your body's reaction to pre-programmed outcomes that is causing the problem. We do not ask you, as always, to put yourself in danger, but we do ask you to try and deprogram yourself from reaction to events that are non-threatening now. In the days when you were a hunter-gatherer or that you were mobile, you had to be on alert to make sure that you were not attacked, even by your own people. And now that you are in this world, is that now you must look at who is really threatening my physical body, not just my energy. But don't do it from a fearful place, just do it from an observance. Oh, that person is doing that, I'll put my protection up. Oh, that person is doing that, I won't get involved with that. And slowly, slowly, you will start to stay in peace rather than moving into that fear, that fight or flight. You will stay in peace and you will be able to make better decisions from that place, that you will be able to stay calmly and look at the situation and what needs to be done rather than, as you call it, a knee-jerk reaction, which can sometimes cause more trouble than if you just take a breath, spot what is going on, and then make a decision. And this is how, again, humanity is going to be changing. You are going to be looking at the world in a more structured way, in a more truthful way, in a way where that is not true. It's not that it doesn't sound true, but it feels not true. And this is where we ask you to start. Start to feel the world. Does that person feel truthful, even though you think the words seem truthful? How do they feel? When you are watching certain events on the television, on the media, when you read articles, how does that make you feel? If the article is information, it is information. If it is making you feel stressed or tight or angry, then it is being deliberately written to create a response and lower your energy. So that is why when you do these things, part of your little experiment, you may call it, is to actually look at these events and see what is the truth, or why is it being reported this way, so that it builds fear. Because many of the people who read these articles often are pushed into fear, whereas if you only look at certain things, you notice your energy remains stable. So that is why you will note that all beings who are passing on these messages are always saying, stay in your higher vibration, stay in peace, stay in joy, so that you are managing your energy rather than someone else managing you. And again, this is a part of sovereignty. Sovereignty is all about managing yourself, making your own decisions with the information you have. If you do not have that information, then you cannot make a fully grounded decision. And what I mean by fully grounded is that you have not got the information that your life can move forward evenly and safely. So if you find yourself that you do not have enough information to make a decision, then try and find the information from someone who has been through that situation so that you can start to make that decision yourself. See how it happened to them, see what happened to them. And more of these events are going to be coming out. There will be both the love-based and the fear-based. So you will have the galactics who did certain things to people, and you will have the galactics who help certain people. This is why we ask you to discern from your heart. We ask you to listen to the information so that you can understand what is going on, rather than to start looking at it, them and us. Because what you must understand is that these galactics, as others who channel these beings, are telling you that they are your big brothers and sisters. They have gone along the path before you, and now they are coming back to help you raise your vibration, help this planet ascend, and therefore move into the higher realms. But what they also need to tell you is that this planet itself is a living being, and that it will ascend whether or not you decide to come with it. But she would more than be happy for you to come with her. But you have to do the work. You have to start to raise your vibration, come out of fear, and start to see the world as it really is. Do I need to keep myself very, very safe? How do I keep myself safe? Or am I already keeping myself safe and I don't need to worry about all this fear that is flowing around me? But as we say, we would like you to come with the planet. We would like you to be a part of this fifth dimensional shift. And those who are saying that the work has not been achieved, there is so much work that has been achieved. So many people are awakening, so many people are needing the help of those who have gone before, so that they can start to understand, so that they can then start to shift from teacher to teacher and helper to helper, so that they can then find their own center and move into their own 5D world and manage themselves. Sovereignty. This is what everyone is aiming for. That is why the galactics are trying to help to move away the old interaction with space beings, star people, whatever you wish to call them, and move now into the energy of the beings who can start to help people move forward, and therefore gain more momentum and move quickly into the fifth dimension and beyond. We'll leave it there. So right about what you're experiencing, and events are going to be happening over the next few months. But as we all know, there are things coming up in the news that, as always, are trying to. We have to ask the question, are they there to frighten us, or are they there to help us? Because so many science fiction movies are being made to frighten us. So many reports and stories are out there to frighten us. And the truth is that all we can do is, like with all beings, is connect to those who serve the light and wish to help us to progress. And those who don't, we find a way that they do not work with us anymore or anywhere around us anymore. But that time is coming. We just have to do the work.